I said to the spirit behind it, enough is enough.
Experience the raw power of God, the hour of deliverance with Papa Ayo and Mama Helen Norish Jaffor, showing every day at these times on the African Broadcasting Network, ABN.
To another spectacular edition of Arise Africa. I was almost distracted. Mark Anthony was laughing. Don't mind me. All right, welcome once more. I am Chichi Nwabo, and of course I have with me Mark Anthony
Boye. Good to be here with you, every one of you, and you look amazing as usual, Chichi.
Thank you.
Well done. Anyways, what I was looking is your mic. I like the way they place the mic. I feel cheated.
Maybe next time we're going to fix your mic like that. It's going to be a spectacular, like I said, a spectacular episode today, and I hope you're close to your set. It's going to be a time when we are going to look at the different interesting aspects of the show, and you're going to get a whole dose of satisfaction today. So let's go straight to newspaper review.
Yes, we move over straight up to Sunday Punch, and it says, that's Sunday for November 14th, it says inflation, direct primary may push 2023 polls budget above 350 billion naira. Wow. Those stories are in page 3, 10 and page 12. It says politician can manipulate any mode of primary, says INEC REC, that's REC. It says reveals plan to prosecute varsity done for electoral offense. I think that's all we can take for Sunday. Okay, Sunday Punch. And then we'll move over straight up to Monday, the Guardian newspaper for Monday. It says manufacturers lose 50% half-year profit to operating forex cost. Epileptic power supply, exchange rate rise, cost of production by 30%. Stakeholders urge FG to reschedule existing loans, grant tax holiday to firms. Local sourcing of raw materials solution to forex scarcity, says man. Alright, that story continues in page 2 of the Guardian newspaper.
Okay, we've got for Tuesday the Nigerian Tribune, and the story is all about NSARS. I'm sure you know it's been trending for a few days, but we're talking about Tuesday, and it says NSARS panel establishes killings in Lekki. Government sets up 4-man panel on white paper. Committee to submit report in 2 weeks. Treated 235 petitions. Awarded 470 billion naira to 70 victims. That story is on page 24 of the Nigerian Tribune, and that's the major header there. And I think you may have one or two things to say about that.
you know, concerning the whole NSAS thing, I just hope. Now, seeing these figures, 470 billion probably given to persons, victims, 70 victims, I hope, for example, let the cash actually get to them. But then another thing is, one question that we'll ask, with the rate of corruption in the country, we know it's not good to say those things, but then it is what it is. How are we sure that, who is going to follow up that these victims actually get what is said to be gotten for them? And then, are they only 70 victims of police brutality in Nigeria. Anyways.
But I think it's pretty interesting. The nation, I'm not going to say the whole nation, but some segments of the nation, especially young people, are pretty excited about the white paper that's been released on the killings, or about the verdict of the panel, more or less, about the killings. It's been established that there were actually killings at the Lekki toll gate. You know, and so there's been a lot of talk about this. Vindicates what's been said
over the years,
over the during the the incident that there were actually killings and all that. And sometimes I wonder, why did it take so long?
They said they're taking their time, so let's hope that everything works out.
Okay, well. I think it's a pretty interesting story. Regional autonomy, additional state. Best political solution for Biafra agitation, Ohaneze worldwide tells federal government. And the story is on page 5. And journalist that family says, please IRT. SWAT reports confusing. Page 27. It says, sister says part of deceased body packed to mortuary burned. Okay, so that's it.
All right.
For me.
Let's move over to Thursday. This day newspaper for Wednesday rather. It says end SARS, it's time for healing, says UN US as CDS cautions against denigrating army. Oh, I didn't get that right. Denigrating army. All right, it says Peter Sides flares lies. Falana calls for implementation of report. And I think that's all. Then NNPC gets $1 billion boost from Afrisim Bank, sees oil at $100 per barrel. That story is in page 5 of this day newspaper. Then also at the top of the papers, you see Nigerians e-naira attracting global attention, says IMF. That's the reason, page 5. And then MFLE, CBN disbursed 3 trillion naira loans to firms, households in 1 year, says there's strong synergy between monetary and fiscal authorities. I think that's all we can take for this day newspaper. All right, we move over to Thursday, Daily Sun. Daily Sun newspaper for Thursday. Security cordons off roads of APC headquarters. Move meant to deny protesters access to party office. That story is in page 6. Then at the top there you see Abia suspend selection of judges, restart process. That story is in page 6 as well. Then I'll see the picture of Governor Kayode Fayemi of Ekiti State, Obi of Onisha, and then some other top men as well. Then down there you say 5 burnt to death as tanker explodes on Lagos Ibadan Expressway. Senate order probes into Lagos gas explosion. It was caused by acetylene gas, retailers say. That story is in page 4 and page 8 of the Daily Sun.
We're moving on now to the Guardian newspapers for today, Friday, November 19th, 2021. Yeah. It says NSARS report. Why? Hashtag NSARS report. Why we're yet to act, Buhari tells Blinken. And that's, it says, Blinken, we insist on accountability, addressing victims' grievances. Nigeria must be redesignated on religious violators list. U.S. agency kicks. Federal government Oyebode Oseni Horiwa react to removal from religious freedom blacklists. Okay, that's on the Guardian newspapers. And I think that's what I'm going to take. And you say, panic in Imo as state records 38 COVID-19 cases in 1 day. The story is on page 29 of the Guardian.
All right. So we'll move over to the Nigerian Tribune for Friday. Today, Friday, it says the main header there says states get FG's 656 billion naira support. Each state to receive 18.225 billion in 6 tranches. Latest loan to be repaid with a 30-year tenure, 2-year moratorium at interest rate of 9%. Wow, that's heavy. All right, that story is in page 4 of the Nigerian Tribune. Then at the top of the paper, you see railway workers begin strike, cripple operations nationwide. Wow. This is serious. The fact that the railway system is just trying to pick up, and now there is already strike in that sector. It's I think something really needs is in page 7 of the Nigerian Tribune. Then also you see bandits in Castina use walkie-talkies, killed 213 in 5 months. That's the government saying that. That story is in page 27. And if you remember, you know that the government has actually banned use of cell phone. They've shut down every form of communication there, and now these guys have looked for another initiative. They improvised rather. Now they are using walkie-talkie. So what have they really done? Nothing has actually been done. That's what it means. I think
there are things you hear, you wonder in this day and age. Are you through?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so we're moving on to this day,
Yeah.
Newspapers for today. And the major header says, Buhari, we won't preempt states over decision on #EndSARS. We won't preempt states over decision on EndSARS. U.S. seeks proper accountability of findings. Government's lawyer disputes panel's leaked report, doubts casualty figures, identifies 40 discrepancies in document, 800 million naira spent on panels, 13-month seating. Okay, that's the major header on this day newspapers. And I saw something pretty interesting. NBS GDP grew by 4.03% in third quarter. Well, pretty interesting when they say these things.
Yeah.
And yet you know, people are still complaining. There's still so much to be done. The price of commodities. So that's it for.
All right, we move over to the final paper for today. It says so that's Daily Sun rather, and the main editor says bandits now use radio frequency walkie-talkie. Victim narrates 29-day ordeal with kidnappers in Niger State. All right, and then that story is in page 4 and page 6 of the Daily Sun. At the top there, you just see fears in Bayelsa over gas leak. Then also, Kanu alleges inhumane treatment in detention. That story is in page 26, and we know who that is. All right, and then down there in the papers, you see the picture of President Buhari, as well as I think this is Blinken as well. That's the Secretary of State of the United States, actually. And then it says #EndSARS reports, I'm waiting for Sanwo-Olu, other governors. Buhari tells them. All right. Okay, let's keep waiting for all the state government before our president makes an action. All right, I think that's all we can take for newspaper review. And Arise Africa will be right back for social media buzz. Stay tuned.
Back to Arise Africa. Yes, it's time to go to the virtual street. We want to know what you're saying. It's what you're saying on the virtual streets. That's what we're looking at this moment, at the segment. And so, well, let's go straight. Let's dive into it.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting, I guess.
Yeah, this one is a great one, I would say. Yeah. So yesterday, there was a kind of I think road. I have to get it right. It said World Day for Remembrance of Road Traffic Victims. That's what it was, and it was celebrated yesterday just to remember a lot of persons that have gone through whatever. So the FRSC commander in Enugu State now made a plea, or said that stop cell phone recording of accident scenes. FRSC cautions Nigerians. So he's saying that a lot of the time, try your best instead of just these days, especially based on the advent of social media. If something is happening, there's an accident, the next thing everybody's saying is bringing out their phone and trying to record, and nobody's doing anything about it. And it got Nigerians talking, although we understood where he was coming from, because he said that
immediate attention should be given to accident victims. That's what matters most in terms of our recovery and stability after the incident, because you're saying that helping accident victims to nearby medical facilities in a timely manner, it's a noble humanitarian act. That's actually where it's coming from, because he's saying that the core is actually appealing to the elderly to educate the younger generation. For those passing through accident situation, they're passing through pains, and sometimes in between life and death. I can see, just like you said,
I get the point.
That's where it's coming from.
That's
saying
his
that
point.
The recording should not be the
main
most important thing.
Exactly.
Victims should be rescued, and everything should be done, to get the victims to places where they can be treated.
Safety and all that, first of all. But then, Nigerians being Nigeria, they had to say something. And then a lot of people were saying stuff because it was a two-way thing, basically. So, I Am Dixon official says, why is Nigerians own so different in everything? If these guys actually want to say, try to help these accident victims instead of standing and recording them, then say it than saying, don't record. Is that what caused the accident? You get to, like I said, Nigerians, we always be Nigerians. We always talk. All right. Okay,
but don't you in another way, did you see a video? It's not a video.
No, it's not a video.
It's just written.
Yeah.
Do you know maybe it's the writer, the way he's communicated?
Exactly.
Sometimes we have to think of these things. Maybe the writer felt it's better to use this
words
to capture people's attention.
Yeah, exactly.
Than to now say, please, so and so and so. So we didn't really get a video to say, okay, this is exactly how he said it, for you to start criticizing, like, okay, it should have gone straight to the point and all that.
Exactly.
But pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's why I said Nigerians will be Nigerians.
Exactly. King Kukulowo says, Oga, it's called evidence. We go record, no vex.
We always record because it's the social media age. Ehigel says, this message is very important. Nobody wants to separate fights anymore. All them do is record. Now, this is actually true. Nowadays, the thing is, if we want to look at it objectively, we will understand that what this man is saying actually makes a lot of sense. These days, whatever happens, everybody wants to record. Nobody wants to separate two fighting. Nobody sees, you see an accident victim like what the FRSC commandant is saying now. Nobody wants to help. They just, record it, get it there, put it on social media and all that.
It's as if when they take out the phone to record, it kind of like distances them from what is happening. Like you become numb to what is taking place. Like there's a block that suddenly happens. Okay, so let me check out the next the next one here by I Am Dixon official. It says, how will families whose loved ones are involved in accident get to identify their relatives if not through recording? I beg. Now bank away Davido.
This guy is just funny.
they use. I want to use now.
I think this one is just plain. But then I got the very first part of what he said is one of the most important, which is accident victims. You need to, for example, now everything has advantage and disadvantage. That's another thing. So we have to like find a balance. When you are doing that recording, most of the time certain issues might have happened in maybe the family members and all that, or the accident happened somewhere very far. So if they get to see it on social media, they are aware that, oh, so person, oh, I saw a video of somebody that probably someone knows and all that, and then they can act fast as well. So it's a two-way thing. So I understand where this guy is actually coming from. All right, so then Temi Bay says recording of accident victims. It says Temi Bay says no recording of accident victims. If you do this in advanced countries, you will be persecuted. Help accident victims if you can. If not, call appropriate authority.
In Bright's case, is that even the problem? Is stopping going to make things better? Are we not supposed to have cameras all over the roads in Nigeria, just as it is in other countries? You people will leave the main problems. I mean, bringing up stupid and meaningless orders. Trash.
All right.
I think they got it. They said it's order. It's not an order.
It's not an order anyways. But then, like I said, Nigerians, most of the time too, we do not really pay attention as well. We just jump into stuff as well. All right, we'll move over to the second social media verse for today, and it's a very funny one that a lot of us like too. Now, the main thing there is this. It's a funny one though, but we'll laugh. Tolu of Canada tweeted or something. We saw this on Yaba Left, and it says this is more like a flashback Friday. Today is Friday, so flashback Friday, and just to get us light.
I think he's talking about some pretty interesting TV shows they watched in the past. And he said Monday, Binta and Friends. Tuesday, Oddworld. Wednesday, This Life. Thursday, Super Story. Friday, Papa Ajasco. Don't tell me you don't know Papa Ajasco. Saturday, Binta and Friends. Sunday, Fuji House of Commotion. Good old days. I think these were not soapies. How do they call them? Series.
Yes.
Yeah, there were series on television.
Series or sitcoms. They are more okay. Some of them are sitcoms.
Some were sitcoms like Papa Ajasco, and then Binta Friends, was it? It
wasn't really. Binta Friends is like this Super Story thing too. But anyway.
But I didn't get to watch that one.
Binta and Friends. I
know I watched Super Story.
Super Story. Everybody watched
Life.
Super Story.
Oddworld. I think
Oddworld.
Oddworld and This Life and Super Story, I think they were all produced by the same people.
I think majority of this stuff.
And even Binta and Friends.
Yes.
They were all produced by Papa Jasco as well.
Yeah, so great stuff. But now a lot of persons are now having their phones. They don't get time to really sit in front of the TV. So let's get what everyone is saying on social media. Lerato says, I miss the good old days. Where is family cycle? Shallow waters, dear mama. I think dear mother. I remember dear mother.
Ezeko Siri said, you're through with that?
Yes.
Ezeko said, every day when your mind, telling different or other ones they were watching. When Your Mind, Second Chance, Paloma and Diego.
I know Chichi will like that one.
No.
Paloma and Diego.
I didn't watch
okay. All right. So Ayomi Day says, we live our lives on Instagram now. Exactly what I just said. And it is even becoming boring these days. Is it really boring? There's always something on social media.
Very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got more.
Yes. And don't forget, Berat Snack says, don't forget the Philippine drama Second Chance every 9 p.m. Then Renika Dark Gem says, which be Oddworld? I not watch that one. No, even me too. I not watch Oddworld. Then Ije
Kwame says the Indomie generation can never understand this gist. Walai. Growing up there was so much fun. Okay.
All right. The Favor Twin Wear says, you forgot Super Story. They didn't really forget it. Anyway, it says Nina and Friends. Yeah, I remember Nina and Friends. Who wants to be a millionaire every Sunday 7 p.m. and then when you are mine every evening. I miss my childhood. Nowadays it's Twitter, IG, TikTok. Can't remember the last time I turned my TV on.
Pretty interesting.
All right, I think let's do the last one. It says, the Fozia, something like that. It says, face to face was my fave. I remember face to face. I was always in extra lesson then, and it was a way to see the outside world.
It was realistic.
It was realistic, honestly, and it was. All
Right,
right,
I guess you have your fave. We
yes,
also have a
everybody,
fave as well.
everybody.
The good one to flashback and
Flashback,
reminisce
it's
and all
Flashback
that.
Friday.
It's part of life. You
Yes,
know.
yes. And you know the funny thing about most of all this, I think I still remember a lot of the theme songs, like
It's a superstar. Then who doesn't know that one? And they told me that song was done by one of my friends, Essay. I actually met her in Lagos some time ago, and
Wow.
great voice. She still sings still today.
Yeah,
Anyway, but
yeah, it's good. It's
like
good.
they would say, her music never blew. But I hope it does.
But that's not
great
blow now.
voice, a great
So
song.
it's something. At least she still get royalty. Hopefully, that's if it depends on how they do this stuff these days. All right, that's all we can take for social media buzz. Arise Africa continues with the crux of the matter. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.